guys, and welcome back to STL TV Live. I'm Christia Parker here with author Joe Schwartz, talking about The Gamesmen Play. Now, that's a very interesting title. Is that just a title that you use to grab people, or does it actually come from a place, and where does it come from?
It's something I thought of after I wrote the first story, which I didn't even know was going to be included in a collection until I finished it. I wrote a story called Weightlifter about a young boy, Philip, who is living a life of passivity. He chooses not to speak as he's watching the violence go around him with his brother, who's a certified gang drug dealer, and wondering if he's going to come home every night. So that's where the idea came from. I thought, well, what if I wrote another story that had a title specifically towards a game men would be inclined to, using things from poker like Big Blind, which is a term for Texas Hold'em. Another one is just the champion. I mean, and then suddenly they just start flowing out and kind of just coming to me. I think the hardest one I had to figure out was one called Ace to Five, which is the first one in the book, and it's a poker term which I can't expound upon. It was really cool. And I was like, yeah, let's write something for that.
Awesome, awesome. Now, this isn't your first book. Tell us about your first book.
My first book is Joe's Black T-Shirt, short stories about St. Louis. And I wrote it, I'd written a novel. My editor said, well, while you're cooling your heels waiting for me to edit your novel, why don't you start writing some short stories? I said, okay. 6 months later, I finished the book, and she's like, wow, these are good, let's publish them. So we did. We took it under task. And then over the last 3 years, I've given away 8,000 free copies electronically through a website called Scribd, SCRIBD.com. Wow. Absolutely free. And I'm on.
Now, why did you choose to go that route, to give away free copies of the book?
Well, I don't believe you are a writer unless you're being read. I mean, you can be really a great guitarist, and you sit in your bedroom every night, boy, you just play guitar, but you never go onto the stage, you never present yourself, you never put yourself out to the public. You're not really putting yourself out there. So I decided the best way to get put out there was to ignore the idea of making money and simply give away the work. And it's really turned out well. I've got fans in Florida, California, a few people in Canada, some guys in Indiana. I mean, I've met people I never would have had the opportunity to unless I would have said, here I am, judge me by my work. Just, here's my work, what do you think? And that's where it's all really come from.
Great. Now people are going to have an opportunity to meet you. Can you talk about your book signing?
We are going to have a book signing / band at the APOP Records on Cherokee. It's December 10th, 4 to 7 p.m. I'll be signing books while the Union Electric will be playing their songs. I might do a reading if enough people show up, and I'll be selling books at a very reasonable price. Be happy to shake your hand, talk more about the book, sign your book if you like, whatever you feel comfortable with.
Great. Now, we talked about getting your book on Amazon.com. You can always go there, but where else is your book available?
My book is available for real at Left Bank Books, both locations.
And what are those locations for the
there is Central West End and in downtown. I don't know exact addresses, but a quick, easy phone call or Google can get you right to them. They're very popular. And, of course, APOP Records on Cherokee Street. So those are where you can always find a hard edition of The Gamesmen Play, and occasionally an edition of Joe's Black T-Shirt.
Right. What is Joe's Black T-Shirt about?
Joe's Black T-Shirt is also a collection of short stories, but it really deals in the melancholia of a man such as myself, kind of growing up fatherless and trying to come to terms with a lot of things, but most especially drug addiction, alcoholism, adultery, and the loss of a father. There's a lot of people, a lot of guys my age who grew up without fathers, and we're not talking about it. So I started writing about it and hoping to heal my own pain as I write for others' entertainment.
Right. Now, what do you expect to come out of The Gamesmen Play for people, for the readers? What should they get out of it?
For the readers, you should have that expectation of being entertained. And as a writer, that's my job. And if I don't fulfill that, fire me. Put the book down and don't read me anymore. But I certainly hope to entertain you. And if I had an ultimate goal, if I was just like, you know, what's your grand wish? I would love to see on a silver screen someday. This movie is based on a short story by Joe Schwartz.
Oh, great. And people can also friend you on Facebook. You
all
love
the time.
Meeting new people.
Oh, I do. I really do. And you know, even if you don't want to meet me, you just want to read the work. That's absolutely acceptable. You friend me and say, hey, I want a book. I'll send you a code. You can go to smashwords.com and download an electronic copy, free. My gift to you.
Well, thank you so much for being here today.
It's been my pleasure.
You
Thank
guys,
you.
for more information on Joe Schwartz, go ahead and check out his Facebook, as well as you can grab his book on Amazon.com or any of the Left Bank bookstores here in St. Louis. He's also having a book signing again. It's December the 10th. December the 10th. So you don't want to miss that, guys.
A-Pop Records.
A-Pop Records. Remember to keep up with STLTV and all of the great events going on around St. Louis. You can friend us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can always catch us streaming live at STLTV.net. Coming up next, a very special guest is with us. She's going to help us stay fit for the holidays.